Did you know that starting in July 2025, the prices of bulk nuts will increase by 10 to 20% across the US? Or that shrimp and salmon prices at Costco are expected to rise by as much as 5% in July? What if I told you that the price of soda at some Costco food court locations in the US recently increased by 14.5% and is expected to go up by an additional 2% next month? In the video, I'll reveal 6 invaluable Costco items whose prices will skyrocket next month. Make sure to watch until the end, as the last item is something you eat every day. 1. Bulk nuts, almonds, cashews, pistachios. From July 2025, the prices of bulk nuts will increase by 10 to 20% across the US. One big reason for this is tariffs. You see, a big chunk of these nuts comes from countries like Vietnam and China, and the US slapped a massive 46% tariff on Vietnamese imports just this April 2025. That's almost half the price added on top of what you pay. Imagine if every $10 bag suddenly cost $14.60. For some perspective, Vietnam exported about $1.15 billion worth of cashew nuts to the US in 2024. So this tariff hits a huge market. And when tariffs go up, importers have to pay more. And guess who pays in the end? Your guess is as good as mine. Then there's the whole shipping mess. Shipping costs have been climbing steadily over the past few years. Container ships are more expensive to run, and delays have gotten worse. Sometimes it takes 2 to 3 months to get raw materials instead of the usual 30 to 40 days. That's a huge delay. So even if the nuts are ready, it takes forever to get them to Costco shelves, and that wait adds to the costs. There is also the issue of climate change. Studies on macadamia nuts, which are like cousins to almonds and cashews, show that temperature and rainfall changes affect how many nuts farmers can grow and how good they are. For example, cooler temps and more rain helped increase yields in 2024 compared to 2022 and 2021. But they also made harvesting take longer and lowered nut quality because of more mold and bugs. So farmers are stuck between growing enough nuts and dealing with quality problems. If this happens with macadamias, imagine what it does to almonds and pistachios, which also need specific weather to grow well. Less supply means higher prices. So with all these hiccups, why should you even bother buying nuts? Are they really worth it? Yes, they are, and I'll convince you in the next 60 seconds. First, they're a healthy snack that lasts a long time. Unlike chips or candy, nuts don't go bad quickly if stored right. Plus, they're packed with good stuff. Almonds have tons of vitamin E, which is great for your skin and brain. Cashews have healthy fats and minerals like magnesium and zinc. Pistachios help with heart health and are loaded with antioxidants. So if you want snacks that actually help your body, nuts are a smart pick. Also, if you like cooking or baking, nuts are perfect. You can toss them into salads, bake them into cookies, or just eat them straight up. Buying in bulk at Costco actually saves money compared to buying small packs at regular grocery stores. Speaking of Costco, where's the best place to buy these nuts? Dallas, Texas is actually a top spot. The reason is because Texas is a major hub for distributing nuts across the US. Big warehouses and distribution centers in Dallas help keep supply steady and prices competitive. When companies can move nuts quickly and in large amounts from Dallas, it cuts down extra costs. If you live near Dallas or can shop there, you might get better deals and fresher stock. So if you love nuts, now's the time to stock up before your favorite snack costs way more. Second, Kirkland Signature Honey. Have you heard about the honeybee crisis? It's pretty serious. Bees are the little heroes behind honey production, and their populations are dropping fast. According to researchers at Washington State University, honeybee colonies in the US might drop by as much as 70% this year alone. That's huge. But why is this happening? Well, it's a mix of things. Mites that attack bees, viral illnesses, pesticides, and even nutritional shortages. Without enough healthy bees, less honey gets made. So less honey supply means prices go up. It's basic supply and demand. But if bee populations are dropping, how come the number of colonies reportedly grew by 3% in 2024? Good question. The USDA says beekeeper stocks are near historic highs, but a survey by Project APIS-M found that winter losses of colonies were 62% in early 2025. So while some beekeepers are managing to keep colonies alive, overall the trend is worrying. It's like a roller coaster, some ups but mostly downs. Then there's climate change. You might think, how does weather affect honey? The thing is, bees need flowers to get nectar, which they turn into honey. A study from Penn State shows that over the last 50 years, changes in temperature, rainfall, and soil health have reduced the number of flowers available for bees. Less flowers equals less nectar equals less honey. That's a big deal because it means honey production is likely to keep falling unless we do something about it. So bee population drops and climate change are all pushing honey prices up. But why should you care? Why is Kirkland's signature honey still a relevant and smart buy? First of all, honey lasts forever if stored right. Unlike milk or bread, honey doesn't really go bad. It's got low water content, about 18%, and high acidity, which stops bacteria from growing. Add this to the fact that you can use it in cooking, baking, or even as a natural remedy for sore throats and skin care. It's a natural sweetener that's healthier than sugar, and it adds flavor to so many dishes. Whether you're drizzling it on toast, mixing it in tea, or using it in a DIY face mask, honey is a kitchen and home staple. Also, Kirkland's signature honey is known for good quality at a great price. Costco's own brand usually beats other brands on value because you get a lot for your money without sacrificing quality. When prices go up, you want something reliable that won't let you down. Something I must mention is that if you want the best Costco warehouse to buy from, head to Minneapolis. And here's why. Minneapolis is in the Midwest, close to many honey producers and has strong supply chains. This means the Costco stores there get fresh stock more often and have better price stability. The Midwest is a big honey producing region in the US, so transportation costs and delays are lower there compared to coastal cities that rely more on imports. That helps keep prices from spiking too much, even when tariffs and supply issues hit. So if you're looking to buy Kirkland honey before prices rise, Minneapolis is a smart bet. 3. Shrimp and salmon seafood. Shrimp and salmon prices at Costco are expected to go up by as much as 5% in July, and there are some solid reasons behind this. First of all, climate change is messing with seafood supplies big time. Oceans are warming up, and that's bad news for shrimp and salmon. Studies show that by 2050, fish catches could drop by about 3% to 12%, depending on how much the planet heats up. That might not sound huge, but when you consider that over 3 billion people rely on fish for at least 20% of their animal protein, even a small drop means less seafood available and higher prices. Shrimp and salmon are especially vulnerable because warmer waters can reduce their food sources and make their habitats less friendly. It goes without saying that ocean acidification harms shellfish like shrimp and even affects salmon's food chain. So, fewer shrimp and salmon in the ocean means less supply for stores like Costco. Then there's overfishing. You know how people catch too many fish faster than they can reproduce? That's overfishing, and it's a real problem. For example, about 1/3 of global fish stocks are overexploited, meaning they're being fished too hard. This reduces the number of shrimp and salmon available, pushing prices up. Transportation and storage costs are also climbing. Seafood needs to be kept cold from the moment it's caught until it reaches your plate, which means expensive refrigeration and fast shipping. Fuel prices have gone up, and that makes transporting seafood more costly. Also, any delays in shipping can cause spoilage, so stores have to be extra careful, which adds to costs. All these expenses get passed on to us, the consumers. To get the best Costco deal on these seafood items, head over to Boston, Massachusetts, and here's why. Boston is close to major seafood ports and distribution centers. This means seafood gets to Costco stores fresher and faster, reducing the chance of spoilage and extra costs. Boston's proximity to the Atlantic Ocean and its strong fishing industry help keep supply more stable and prices relatively better than in cities farther inland. To put it in perspective, Boston's seafood industry ranks among the top in the US, with ports handling millions of pounds of fish annually. This local advantage means Costco stores in Boston can offer fresher shrimp and salmon, which is a win for taste and nutrition. Compared to cities like Dallas or Phoenix, where seafood has to travel longer distances, Boston seafood is likely fresher and less expensive relative to quality. So should you buy shrimp and salmon at Costco right now? If you want to save money and eat healthy, yes. Waiting could mean paying more next month. Fourth, soda, Coke, Dr. Pepper, Sprite. By July, the price of soda will rise by 2% across the US. Agreed, it's not much, but an increase is still an increase regardless. So, rush to Costco and buy now to save that extra dough. Now to the main question, why are soda prices going up? One big reason is the cost of aluminum cans. Think about it. Every soda bottle or can you grab is wrapped in aluminum. Aluminum prices have been rising steadily over the past few years because of global demand and supply issues. For example, between 2022 and 2024, aluminum prices jumped about 30% worldwide. That means Costco has to pay more just to get the cans, and guess what? They pass some of that cost on to us. Then there's sugar tariffs. Sugar isn't just sugar anymore. It's part of global trade politics. The US imports sugar from countries like Mexico and Brazil, and tariffs have been increasing by up to 20 to 25% recently. So the raw sugar that goes into making your favorite soda costs more. But why does Costco still sell soda in bulk if it's getting more expensive? The answer is very simple. Because a lot of people still buy soda regularly, especially in big packs. Bulk packs last a long time if you store them right, so buying 24 cans instead of 1 or 2 is still cheaper per can. For example, a single can at a convenience store might cost $1.50, but at Costco it can be as low as 90 cents per can, even with the price rise. So it's still a better deal overall. Another reason soda stays relevant is variety. Costco doesn't just sell Coke. They have Dr. Pepper, Sprite, and sometimes even flavored or diet versions. This variety keeps things interesting for families or anyone who likes options. However, it's worth mentioning that there has been a serious debate about whether soda is still a healthy choice. Considering the sugar content, it probably isn't. Some people argue that buying soda in bulk encourages drinking more sugary drinks, which isn't great for health. On the other hand, others say it's about moderation and convenience. In the end, it's anyone's opinion. Costco just makes it easy to get what you want without running to the store all the time. For some perspective, Costco sold about 150 million hot dog and soda combos last year. That's a ton of soda flying off the shelves. Even though the soda price in the food court recently went up from 69 cents to 79 cents at some locations, it's still a steal compared to other places. And while that price hike might seem small, it's actually the first time the soda costs more than the hot dog in the famous $1.50 combo. That's wild, right? It shows how much soda prices are creeping up. 5. Rice, Royal Basmati, Thai Jasmine. You've probably noticed that rice is a staple in tons of households. It's cheap, filling, and super versatile. Royal Basmati and Thai Jasmine are the premium types known for their aroma and taste. People love them for everything from simple dinners to fancy dishes. However, the prices for these kinds of rice are about to go up next month, and there are 3 big reasons behind this. Number 1, tariffs. India and Thailand, the main exporters of these rice types, are facing steep tariffs. Second, shipping delays. The world's shipping system has been a mess since the pandemic, and it's still catching up. Containers are stuck in ports, ships are delayed, and fuel costs keep rising. All this adds to the cost of getting rice from Asia to the US. For instance, shipping costs have spiked by over 30% in the last year alone. So even if the rice itself isn't more expensive, the cost to move it is. How much longer these delays will last, no one knows for sure, but they're definitely not fixed yet. Third, growing global demand. More people around the world are eating rice, especially premium types like basmati and jasmine. Countries in Asia, the Middle East, and even the US are seeing rising demand. The USDA reported that global rice production hit a record 532.7 million tons in 2024/25. But demand is also climbing fast. When demand outpaces supply, prices naturally go up. It's basic economics. More buyers, same or less rice, higher prices. So even if tariffs and shipping weren't a problem, the sheer number of people wanting rice could push prices higher. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, rice prices have increased by about 92.5% since 1997. That's almost doubled in 28 years. If rice prices jump another 10 to 20% next month, as many experts have speculated, it would be a big deal for most families in the U.S. and around the world. So if you want to lock in the price right now, the Costco warehouse in Los Angeles is the best place to buy because it's a major port city with direct import routes from Asia. This means Costco stores in LA get fresher stock faster and often at better prices than places farther inland. The shorter the supply chain, the less chance for delays and extra costs. Plus, LA's huge Asian and international population means Costco there stocks a wider variety of rice, including Royal Basmati and Thai Jasmine, to meet demand. So if you live near LA or can shop there, you might get a better deal and fresher rice. 6. Imported coffee, Lavazza Nescafe. This July may see one of the highest increases in the price of coffee across the US. And it's not just because companies want to make more money. There are real reasons behind it. Coffee beans, the key ingredient for coffee, come from all over the world. Places like Brazil, Vietnam, Ethiopia, and Colombia. These countries grow the beans, but lately they're facing some big challenges. For one, labor costs are rising in many coffee-growing countries because workers want fair wages and better conditions. Also, farming coffee isn't easy. Climate change is messing with weather patterns, making it harder to grow good beans consistently. If the harvest is smaller or lower quality, prices go up because there's less coffee to go around. And guess what? The world still loves coffee. Global demand is strong and growing, especially as more people in countries like China and India start drinking coffee regularly. And it becomes even more demanding when you consider the fact that coffee is a daily essential for millions of people in the US. It's not just a drink, it's a ritual, a way to wake up, a social thing, or even a comfort. If you're someone who drinks coffee every day, you probably buy it in bulk from places like Costco because it's cheaper and lasts a long time if stored right. Coffee beans can keep their flavor for months if you store them in a cool, dry place. So buying a big bag now before prices jump next month can save you money in the long run. Also, Costco offers premium brands like Lavazza and Nescafe at prices way better than regular grocery stores. Lavazza, for example, is an Italian brand known for rich, smooth coffee, and Nescafe is famous worldwide for its instant coffee, which is super convenient. These brands give you quality coffee without breaking the bank. So stocking up now makes sense if you want to enjoy good coffee without paying more later. Thanks for staying with us. If you enjoyed this invaluable leak, please subscribe, like, and share this video to show your support. Check out other similar shopping hacks on our channel and learn how to shop smart. See you soon!